this tidbit about resilience.
Yeah.
So tell us what that means to you and why it is so important both in business and life in general, because owning a business is not for the faint of heart.
It's not. When I'm speaking with new entrepreneurs or even my entrepreneurship students, I tell them that entrepreneurship, number one, is a life of rejection. Get used to it. It's
Wow.
every day.
Yep.
It's a life of rejection. And so you really have to um, get to the point where you don't take it personally, although sometimes the way you're rejected can feel very personal. But that's where the resilience come in, because you have to remember why you're doing it, who you're doing it for, the value you provide, trying to scam people, those kind of things. Like, you have to know the reality. And even if it requires you to do affirmations for yourself every morning, to jump back in there, because it's very easy, especially with, and I'll use startups for an example, especially startup founders that are, just now having to sell something and put their baby out there and ask people how pretty they think it is. And they've left their jobs, their families counting on them. They probably borrow from 401k, savings, and all of this to do a new product launch. And it hurts. It's like a stake driven through the heart when they're rejected in the marketplace and people don't buy as quickly as they thought. And even people who you did customer discovery interviews with, who seem very promising, hey, when that's done, let me know, I'll be the first person to buy. And then they don't take your calls when it's ready to go.
Yeah. Yep.
So resilience is a matter of continuing to move forward despite all those seemingly setbacks. But it's all of those things that happen are opportunities to learn. If they didn't take your product they didn't take your product even after saying that they might, just to have a conversation. You want to figure out why. It's, especially if it's something that you're internalizing and you're thinking, something personal. And I think that's the main thing, is like, we in business, even though it's hard, we're human. You can't take everything personal. Really, you have to fool yourself to take nothing personal. You email, you're doing cold emails, you're doing marketing, let's say on social media, no one likes the post, no one shares the post, you're cold emailing, no one responds. Like, that's this life. And resilience is really what you need to bounce back and to keep moving forward, to fulfill the purpose and to share the value that you've created with the world.